Good day, this is Engineer Michael M. Ramos Jr. and we're now on the 18th video of the complete course of AutoCAD 2D and 3D. So for this video, we will create layer walls. So based from the previous videos, based from the previous activities, starting from the activity number 14 up to activity number 17, we created different layers. So especially we use the guideline, the property line, the firewall, the roof, and also the roof line in our layer command. So for today's video, we will create walls. So the basis of our walls is on this reference drawing. So as you can see, we have here the internal and external wall of this house. So based on the next reference drawing, we have here an internal wall and external wall. So their width, okay, or their size must be 0.15 meters for the external wall, while we have here 0.10 meters for the internal wall. So let's apply all of these walls in our drawing through AutoCAD. So as you can see, we have here the drawing of our floor plan, which is the active roof. Okay, so for this one, let's select and turn on the layer of our guideline. Okay, so as you can see, we have here now this one. Okay, so we have here this roof, we have here this specific guidelines. So if we will go back to our drawing, as you can see, we have here our internal and external walls. Most preferably, our external walls are the third layer or the third line in our guidelines after, or the first line after the roof line. So as you can see, this is our internal wall, internal or external wall, and external wall, while the inside guidelines are the internal walls. So for this one, we must create the external wall with 0.15 meters of width or thickness. So as we zoom this in, so this is the midpoint of this external wall. Okay. So if we have here 0.15 meters, so let's divide it into 2. So we will have 0.075. So this 0.75 will be the offset value of our walls. Okay. So to do that, let's try to type offset. Okay. So specific distance, so let's try to type 0.075. So 0.075 times 2 or add to itself, we will get the value of offset of 0.15. So hit enter. So specific object, so this is the next guideline. So let's select this and offset it upward and offset it downward. Okay, same goes with this left one or the left side. So offset this and offset this. Okay, same goes in the bottom line. So we have here this one. So let's offset downward and offset this upward. Okay, so we have now our layers of our walls. So also let's include also this one, the right side, as part or as part of the before the garage itself. So let's include that later. So for this one, we have here our specific walls. So after that one, so let's convert those specific lines into wall. So hit enter. So to change it, so select the specific line and change it into walls. So based in our PowerPoint presentation, walls are color number 4, which is cyan, with continuous line and a line weight of 40. So as you can see, or we will go back to our drawing. So we have here the walls. So change this wall or change this line into walls. Same goes with this one, walls. Walls. Or we could use the match properties. So for the match properties, select the specific line with the layer of properties, then apply it to the next one. Same goes on the other hand, apply this to the next one and apply this to the next one and hit enter. So as you can see, we have here now our drawing of walls. Okay. So let's try to create also the wall of this right side. So 0.75, so offset. So we have here the value of 0.75, hit enter. Select the wall. So here, then let's select this one. And here, select this one and hit enter. So next on that is let's change this into wall. So select this line, change it into walls, hit enter, and same this one, change into walls and hit enter. Okay, so that is our roof. Okay, so we have now our external walls. Okay, so for this one, if we will go back to our specific drawing, so we have here the garage. Okay, so for our garage, we have here a specific distance of 1.5. So based on our drawing, if we have here this wall, so we must offset this with 1.5. Okay, and for this one, we have here an offset distance of 4. So we must create an offset distance here by 4. So first, let's try to offset this to 1.5. So for this one, click this. Okay, click this line and create an offset of 1.5. So offset, specific distance. So we have here 1.5 based on our handout. Select this specific object and drag this to the left and hit enter. Okay. The next one, we have here offset distance of 4. So for this one, before we so let's undo first, offset. Again, let's redo. Offset 1.5, drag this to this one. Okay. The next one, offset. Okay, so we have here specific distance of 4. So select this guideline. Sorry, offset 4. Select this line and place it here. Okay. I think let's undo and create first this wall. So offset value of 0.75. So for this one, offset here, I think offset 0.075. Select this one and select this one. Okay, so let's turn it into walls. Walls and also walls. Okay, so let's try to offset this to 4. Distance 4. Let's select this one and drag this to this one. Okay, then right after, so let's offset this one. Offset. We have here the value of 0.075 as the external wall. Drag this to the one and drag this to this side and hit enter. Okay, so based from this, so this is the wall. So let's change this into walls. Walls, and also we have here walls, and hit escape or enter. So based on this one, so we could turn off the roof guidelines. Okay, so let's select first walls and then turn off the roof line, or also we could turn off the roof and also the guideline. Okay, so for this one, we must trim those unnecessary part of our walls. Okay? So for that, let's trim. So type TRI. So for trimming, so all are selected. So let's delete these ones until we remain all the external walls. So trim this one, trim this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Same goes with this one. So here, this is unnecessary. So let's erase this one. Okay. Same goes with this one. Also this one. Same goes with this one. This one. So let's remove all unnecessary parts of the wall. Okay. So next one. So let's remove this part of the garage. This one. This one. Okay. Also this one and this one. Okay. So we have here now our external wall. So let's trim the edges of this wall. So first one and this one, the unnecessary walls. This one and this one. Next is this one and this one. This one and this one. Also this one. This one, this one. And finally, we have here this and this and hit escape. So now we have here our property line. We have here our firewall, and we have now the trimmed wall. Okay, so we trim all the specific edges. So next one, we must create the inner walls. So based on this one, the inner walls or internal walls has the measure of 0.10 meters. So we will offset all of the lines by 0.05. So for this case, so let's activate again the guideline. Okay, so now we have here our guideline. Okay, so for this one, we have here the basis on how we will create the internal walls. So based from this, so internal walls, so we must offset it into 0.05. So first one, let's create the internal walls for the vertical lines. So we have here the 3 and 3 for the bedrooms. So here and also here. So for this one, trim, or sorry, offset. So offset value 0.05, hit enter, select object. So let's select this one and place this on the side, place this one on this side. Same goes here, internal. Okay, so next one, okay, the horizontal lines. So we have here the bedroom, the toilet and bowls, and also the bedroom. Okay, so for this one, let's zoom it in, offset and offset. Next one, this one, offset and also offset. And this one, offset and offset. Okay, so we have now the offset values of our bedrooms and also the toilet and bowl. So for this one, we should change all of these walls, okay, the properties into walls. So first thing to do is to select this one and change into walls. So that's how we could change the properties. Okay. So let's change this next line, walls. Okay. So as you can see, we have now 0.05 compared to 0.075. So we could use also match properties by selecting the first object to copy, then paste it on the other one. Next one, and next one, this one, and this one, and lastly, we have this one and this one, and hit enter. So as you can see, we have now this specific walls or the internal walls in our drawing. So after creating the inner walls, we must trim the unnecessary walls. Okay, that is not part of the external and internal walls. So let's deactivate again the guidelines for meantime. Okay, then for this one, let's try to trim. So trim unnecessary part. So for this one, let's trim this one, this one also. Same here, here, here. Same goes here, 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 and also here. The outside walls, let's trim them all. The unnecessary internal and external walls. Okay. Okay. So let's proceed now to the internal one. So let's trim them all. So this is retain, this is retain, this is retain. So there is no wall on this one. So let's remove it. Okay. Okay, so the dining area is the same. So let's remove this one, remove this one. So we've trimmed it. Next one, this part. So let's remove them. Okay. Next one, the living area. So there is no walls on that part. So only garage will be left. Okay. Next one, we have here this one. So all are correct. So let's just remove the unnecessary part of this walls. Okay. Same goes on this side. Same here. And also here. Same on this side. This side. This side. Here. And there. Okay. So all of the walls are now trimmed based on our drawing. So all matches. Okay. So let's activate again the guideline and also activate the roof line. Okay. So here, so we could select guideline again. So we have now our roof and we have here our specific wall. Okay. So for the next one, if we want to create this specific rectangle or square, okay, so there are two drawings of rectangles based on this side. Okay, so as you can see, if we'll zoom this out, so we have here two rectangles. So we have here an offset distance of this from 0.05. Okay, and also this one. So we have here 30. Okay, so these are the offset distance of this one. Okay, so the size, the length and the width of this square is 0.30. Okay, so let's offset this specific roof line by 0.5 based on this drawing. Okay, so we will create also an offset of 4 or distance of 4 to create this right square. Okay, so let's go back to our drawing. Okay, so for this one, we have here the roof itself. So based on the drawing, we must offset the lower roof or this line by 0.5. Okay, to get the midpoint of this square. Okay, so for this one, so let's try to offset, then select this specific midpoint and offset value 0.5, select layer and offset this one. Okay, so that is the 0.5. So based on this one, we have here distance of 4.0 from this layer. So let's activate the guideline. Okay, so based on this guideline, so from this point, we must offset it into 4. Okay, so 4, let's offset it. Offset, distance is 4, select line, and place it on this side. Okay, so I think the guideline we use from the garage wall is match or the same. Okay, so we have now the distance of 4. So now let's offset the square by 0.15. So the size of the square, the length and the width is 0.3. So if we'll divide it into 2, so we will get 0.15. So let's offset this one, okay, and offset this one by 0.15. Okay, so let's try to offset this. Offset 0.15. Select the specific guideline. Okay, same goes on this one, 0.15, 0.15. Then also let's offset this one by 0.15 and also 0.15. Okay, so for this one, we must change these layers, okay, into walls. So first one, let's select this, then change it into walls. Same goes with this one. Or we could use the match properties. So match properties, match, match. Then on the other side, match and match. Okay, and hit enter. Okay, so for this one, we could hide the roof line. Okay, so let's hide this first. Okay, and then let's trim this out. Okay, trimming to retain the two squares as part of the walls of this roof. Okay, so let's trim this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Same goes with this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Same goes with this one. So now we have here the squares. So for the unnecessary part, so let's trim this one. Okay, so trim, and trim this one, trim, and trim this one. Okay, so those are the unnecessary walls. Okay, so for final checking, so there is no unnecessary walls. Okay, unnecessary walls given to this point. Okay, and hit enter. So as you can see, we have now created all the walls. We trimmed them all and we changed the properties into walls. So if we want to see, okay, highlight the roofs, okay, and unhide the guidelines. So we can see now that we have here the specific walls and also the roof. So we have here unnecessary part. So let's delete this one and okay. So as you can see, we have now our property line, the guideline, which is hidden. Okay, the guideline, the property line. So the property line is this one, prop line. So if we hide this one, We have here the roof line. Okay. We have here the firewall. So the walls, so they cannot be hidden unless no active layer is selected. So if we want to hide the roof or the walls, so the walls are now hidden. Okay. So these are the walls. So let's activate them. And this is the roof line. Okay. So we've created the certain walls based on the drawing. Okay. So let's unhide the roof line. Okay. So we're done in creating the walls. Okay. Starting off with the guideline, the property line, the firewalls, the roof line, and now we're done with the walls. So I hope you've learned a lot from this video. So if you want to create this one, follow the steps based on my video. So if you love, like this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel where we apply what we learned from the academe. So don't forget to save this drawing. So from our AutoCAD, save us. So let's save this after wall. Okay, and hit save. So we have now our saved copy of our floor plan with walls. Okay, so we could save it again. So another save as, floor plan, 2D if you want. Okay, so if you love and like again my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel where we apply what we've learned from the academy. Thank you so much. Have a great day and also stay safe.